Yeah, interesting. Very, very interesting. As expected, but very, very interesting, I might say. Yes, my friends, it's cold in here and it's late because I've been sitting on the same spot for 2 hours and watching this game of football, and you know what? It was just straightforward, no nonsense. We win, of course, comfortably 4-0 against SPAL. Moving on to the next round, to the semifinals of the Coppa Italia against Merda. So we're starting away at Giuseppe Meazza or San Siro, whatever you want to call it. And of course, the return leg will be at J Stadium or Allianz Stadium, whatever you want to call it. But today we win 4-0 against SPAL. Good performance. Sometimes a bit cagey from some players. We will, of course, go through the player ratings really quick. And, of course, the full-time reactions, which are not that many. Because it's been comfortable throughout. I saw positives, I saw negatives. I still have some questions to some players. We will, of course, go through that. So if you just join me, smash a like on this video, of course. And let's chat, guys. Let's chat about the game. How did you feel the game went? Adam is in love with Kulusevski, and Mark as well. Claudio De Fagioli. Well, calma, boys. It's still, we need to be a little bit more balanced about this, even though I know that people are just in love with Fagioli right now. But we saw some clear faults and some clear limits with this guy. He is just a young lad, of course, and he needs to work on a lot of things. But we saw promise. We saw some interesting stuff from him. We will, of course, go through the player ratings, as I said. But first and foremost, we need to look at how we started, and of course, who scored. So basically, we started with Gigi Buffon, Radu Dragozin, aka Karl Drogo, MATTHIJS de Ligt, MERIH DEMIRAL, FRABOTTA, BERNARDESCHI, FAGIOLI, RABIOT, RAMSEY, and KULUSEVSKI, and Morata all the way up front. It was a good lineup, and we won comfortably 4-0 to 1 goal for Morata, 1 goal for Kulusevski, 1 goal for Federico Chiesa, and another one for Gianluca Frabotta. So 4 different goal scorers, which is always nice. Of course, we are better than them. We were better than them. Even our Serie C players, Fagioli was interesting. And of course, and towards the end of the game, you know, we just threw out every single youngster we had, and of course, Weston McKennie. It seems like because we had to, more or less, because Fagioli got cramps or something. So yeah, it's just a perfect outing for Juve, I say, because we have such a tight schedule and we need to rotate, and the game was perfect. If we are going to play a game, let's just play a game where we can rotate, and when we rotate, we actually win. And the fact that we got a clean sheet, well done. Neither of us, I think, predicted the 4-0. I remember a lot of you predicted 3-0, 2-0, even 2-1s, but 4-0, that's interesting. That's my spirit is better now. Opposition wasn't great, but 4-0 still feels good. Yes. Yes. Chiesa took the goal from the debutant Dagraka. Yes, he did. I hate that I don't get cup matches in my subscription. Yeah, Rich Macbeth. That's a shame. But I think, actually, I'm not so sure, but you can also watch these games, the cup games, on the Twitter page for Serie A as well, if I'm not mistaken. And Massimo 13, yes, Chiesa took the goal from the debutant Dagraka. Yes, Massimo, he did. Stealer, arrogant prick. Pirlo is in love with Rabiot and somebody. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, I think my man Rabiot, guys. My man Rabiot did his job today, huh? So this means basically that we have competition out there, which is good. Healthy competition. He just proved his point. He proved that he can be an asset for us. And yes, you can, of course, say, if you want to bash Rabiot, go ahead and do that and say that I mean, this was just SPAL, it's just Coppa Italia. But still, you know, you need to go out there and show yourself and put down a good performance, which some of our players didn't today, and we'll come back to that. So yeah, I liked my man. I liked my man Rabiot. So keep it up, my boy. Keep it up. French bulldog. Hope Morata isn't injured, says DEJAN. No, I don't think he is. It's just a precaution, in my opinion. Gashed leg or something. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. Fagioli has the vision of Pirlo, says Massimo. No, sorry. Fagioli has the vision Pirlo needs on the pitch. Too bad he's still young. Well, it means that he can improve on some things, huh? So there we go. So yeah, but there are a lot of things that I did not like with Fagioli, but of course, as I said, we will go back to that later. Azijan, always a pleasure. We need buy Chiesa. Well, we are gonna buy Chiesa. There's no doubt about it. And yes, as Mark perfectly says, it is an obligation to buy, so we're gonna go and do that. And I think this is a good purchase. We'll see. We'll see. Fagioli, Mr. Beans. Yeah. Fagioli is the guy we need. He needs to play more. He has vision and very comfortable with the ball. Don't forget, guys, we have Arthur. And I'm glad that we are all ecstatic over the guy who just played and played a good game. But we have Arthur and we have also Bentancur. So just let's be real, at least for this season. We have already answers on the pitch, at least in that position, which Fagioli played in. However, further up, further in the future, I mean, we can, of course, consider it. But I will say this, though, if he is as good consistently, well, a loan to another Serie A club looks to be more likely at this very moment. If it will be next season, fine by me. Just like NICOLO Caviglia, who is unfortunately injured with the ACL for Parma, just let him play for another Serie A side and let's see what he can bring to the table on the Serie A level. But one thing is for sure, my friend, I will be watching Juve under-23s from now on because I want to see more of those guys. Dagraka was an interesting one. Fagioli was one. Wesley, I like what I saw of Wesley against Genoa in the first round of the Coppa Italia. And, well, it'd be nice to see other players as well. Di Pardo was, I don't know, just okay, but still, it's nice. And, of course, Raffia, who scored the winner against Genoa. So we have a lot of guys coming through, but are they actually good enough for the first team? I don't think so. Leroy Williams says Ramsey needs to improve. Yes, he did not have a good game today. McKennie and Chiesa obligation to buy. It is indeed. Dagraka looks like a beast too, says Andy. Yes, it was a nice technique on that turn. Yes, it was, but there is a reason why we just started using those guys. So yeah, they're clearly not just that good enough, but interesting. And remember, this was SPAL, this was Coppa Italia, this was just a rotation. So we need to be a bit more realistic. But of course, it's very easy to be ecstatic over young players coming through and basically showcasing themselves. Benny says Fagioli is promising. He plays with vision. Yes. Good to see Triple D. And also must buy McPutter, says Azijan. Yes, we will do that, Azijan. Yes, we will do that. When Fagioli was playing, it was what Arthur should have been playing like, says 2.777. Well, it's coming, my friends. It's coming. And remember, Fagioli against Spal, Arthur against Barcelona. I mean, this is total different level. And don't forget the crazy pass, bad pass from Fagioli, which almost cost us a goal in the second half. So don't be too ecstatic about Fagioli. He still has work to do. But it was interesting, and it's always I should say, it's always easy to be swayed by the technical young lad who is a little bit short, a little bit low, and he has good balance, technical, gifted, good passes. It's very easy, it's very easy. That's why we fell in love with Xavi Hernandez back in the day. That's why I fell in love with him. That's why we fell in love with Andrea Pirlo when he was playing. It's just the way he just moves around. It's just so am I allowed to say sexy? Footballing wise, you know, the sexy footballing movement from Pirlo, from Xavi, from this Fagioli, from Arthur as well. There's something sexy about it, and I like it. I like it. But don't forget the execution, and don't forget the passes that he made, that he didn't make. So we need to look at this in the whole big picture. I'm sorry to be the party pooper here, but still, we need to see the whole picture. But Fagioli's got talent. He has a great future ahead of him. Question is, what do we do with him going forward? Probably going to loan out to him to another Serie B side or Serie A side. We'll see. We'll see. It's early days, but for sure, as I said, under 23s, I will be watching you from now on, because yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. Very sexy and erotic, says Ahmad. Okay, calma. Don't get your panties in a twist. Fagioli means in Italian beans. Yes, I get that. Yes, Kai's come down. Fagioli was good, but had mistakes. Yes, Pankai, I do agree. Darguzin is too shaky, says Motasem. Yes, I agree. He was not that great against Sek. Was it? What was it? What that was his name? Yeah, he was a bit shaky. Yes, as Motasem said perfectly well. I agree. Nice to see you, by the way, in the chat. Smash a like on this video, please, if you will. Adam, always a pleasure. Chiesa, Juventus wanted me strongly in the summer, and I'll continue to give performances for them. If you are at Juventus, you always have to win, says Chiesa. If those are real quotes from Chiesa, well, there we go. That's all you need to know. Perfect mentality at perfect club. I like. Yes. So yeah, I think this will be interesting to see what we're gonna do with Fagioli, but also Draguzin had a such a shaky game, but emerged well into the second half and impressed me just a little bit, especially today, with how comfortable he is when the pressure is on. So that was interesting to see, as well as guys like, you know, for example, let's talk Rabiot. Let's just touch a little bit on Rabiot before we go into the player ratings. I mean, guys, I can just reveal straight away. One of my best players out there. My man did good. My man did excellent today. Clearly the best midfielder today. I'm sorry, Fagioli, but clearly the stabilizer, the distributor, the runner even. You could see that Rabiot had class today. He was classy. And that run, which gave them, first of all, stupid, moronic decision by the referee to give Rabiot a yellow for his dive. Luckily, we have VAR now. So VAR deemed it to be a wrong decision from the ref. He overruled it, gave a PK to us. Morata scored a perfect PK for 1-0. But that was all Rabiot, guys, all the way from our part of the pitch to the opposition's box, and boom, PK. So well done from Rabiot today, I gotta say. Fagioli's style of play is more like Marchisio to me, says Motasem. Yeah, Marchisio played like more of a box-to-box player in his early days. So he was later like converted into this deep-lying playmaker solution, which in my opinion worked well. Mixed feelings with that one, but I still feel sad to this day. I feel sad how Franco Vasquez tackled Claudio Marchisio at the Palermo game, Juve against Palermo at home. I don't remember the date, but I do remember how it happened and who did it. And unfortunately, Claudio Marchisio snapped his ACL and the career was basically over. And I am so sad because one of my absolute heroes for Juve in recent years, Claudio Marchisio, the last true bandiera, basically, the one who basically grew up with the club, was on loan at Empoli for one season and then came back to play with us, and boom, there we go. The rest is history. Irish Macbeth says, I rate Rabiot highly anyway. He's so strong on the ball, he says. I agree. He is excellent on the ball. However, as many of our players, he is inconsistent. unfortunately, and that's the main issue with him. Fagioli was good. Carlos Fernando Morales Roja. Yes, he was good. I will give my player ratings a bit just in a little while. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see what I gave to Fagioli, and you may be surprised. Fagioli just made one mistake, but he gave very good vertical passes and was almost perfect throughout the game, says Thailand. Yes, he made several mistakes, Thailand, but it was a good game. It was a good game from Fagioli. I see the Fagioli fanboyism is almost growing. As I said, it's very easy to be swayed by a little guy who has technical ability, red shoes. You know, he's like a ballerina out there. He plays sexy football. Of course, reminds you of the great Pirlo, the great Marchisio, the great whatever you want to call it. And of course, it's easy to fall in love with this guy. But it was only like 87 minutes or something. So yeah, interesting. Claudio Il Principino Marchisio. Don't get me started. I will cry now, Juve world, if we continue talking about Claudio Marchisio and how much he meant to me, how much he meant to Juve, and how much he still means to Juve, and how much Juve means to him. That's also interesting. He's blonde too. Yes, Michael. Yeah. Whew. Ooh. Fagioli's blonde. I'm fainting. I'm joking. Okay. Let's just yes. Let's talk about average age, Mark. It's very interesting. And Buffon could have been their father of almost half a squad, which is crazy. And Buffon looked comfortable. Buffon looked almost kind of bored. So yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting how that works. But he's still going strong. And I think you're considering to extending his contract for one more year, which is, I mean, if he keeps up like this, fine by me. I don't care, as long as we play Szczesny on a consistent basis as our first goalkeeper. But then Buffon can't make these kind of cameos, and Pizzolio can just bring his bag of chips and enjoy himself on the sidelines. That's what he does, and that's perfect. The most perfect job in the world, being Carlo Pinsoglio. Rabiot is not a top midfielder, but he offers us something different, and we don't have in the likes of Arthur and Bentancur, says Motasem. Maxizus, I was impressed with the young guns today. Chiesa hungry to become a vital part of our team. The question is, guys, who do you go for, Cuadrado or Chiesa, when both are healthy? Do we actually want to go with Chiesa on the left? Is that the good utilization of his abilities? No, I don't think so. But that's a question for Frabotta. Yeah, that's a question for Pirlo Frabotta to decide what to do with this guy. Chiesa on the right or on the left? That's up to him. Not so much a fanboy. He's a youth, and I wanted to get a look at his input. Glad Frabotta got on the score sheet. I think he'll come through eventually, says Carlos Fernando. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. A good goal from Frabotta. I saw that. I've seen this before. From Frabotta. He has a good left foot for shooting. Crazy foot. Power. No power. There is power there. Not exactly always the precision, the 100% effect, but it's there. There is power there, and he scored today. It came off the defender, I think so, but at the end, I think it would actually be in goal anyway. Yeah, interesting that we have that kind of firepower from the left from Frabotta, who was basically very anonymous without that firepower in his left leg. I haven't even seen really the pure strength. What are his qualities as a player? What does he bring to the table? And today I can clearly confirm that there is shooting boots on this fella, and he did okay. I gotta say, he did very, very well today. So we'll see about the player rating for this guy. Motasem, you've been following me for a while. Pleasure, thank you. I am originally from Russia, but I am now in Norway. Every game Frabotta blasts a shot with his left foot and misses. Today he did the exact same thing, but he scored, says Mark. Yes, but he tries, and he gets closer and closer, Mark, I gotta say. So, I mean, if I'm in Frabotta's position today, I'm also shooting. I'm also powering it up. Maybe not with my left, but for sure powering it up. So yeah. Rabiot plays good for his national team, unlike with Juve, says El Mehdi. He plays one good game and then loses his spirit and looks sloppy and lazy most of the time, says El Mehdi. Yeah. Sometimes, yeah, that's what I'm saying. A bit inconsistent, but what you gonna do? Chiesa over Cuadrado, and Cuadrado only when Chiesa is resting or off the bench, says Gotnaldo. Interesting. Chiesa should start over Cuadrado, says Michael. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's your opinion. That is, well, also mine. And you know why. If you follow me for quite some time, you know why. I have my own section of rants about Cuadrado. Yeah, and it's not a pleasant viewing for all Cuadrado fanboys. There are not many, though, thankfully. But they always appear when Cuadrado does something great. Then we have a lot of comments about Cuadrado and his assists and his stats and whatever. Yeah, but enough of that. Enough of the negativity. We are positive here because we win 4-0 against SPAL through to the semifinal of the, I would love to say Champions League, but it is not. It is Coppa Italia. Yeah, semifinal Champions League. Looking forward to that sometimes. So yeah, we're facing Merda in the semifinal of the Coppa Italia. Away game first, and then the return leg at home. So it'll be 2 games against Merda. Cannot wait. Yeah, I'm scared, to be honest. And to be fair, if we go out against Merda, I don't bother. I'd rather focus on the Serie A and the Champions League, especially when the schedule is so crazy and we don't know what's going to happen with COVID. It's going to increase the pressure on the Football Federation to close this down again. I don't think so, but you know what? We never know. No, and well, yeah, it's unpredictable season, let's say the least. What do you think about the Mercato? Would you be pleased if the board would make any move? We talked about this on pre-match live, El Mehdi. I don't know. I think it's too late to go for a striker. As I said, if we are going for a striker, we should have done this 2-3 weeks ago. But we're not going to do that. That's clear. If we are going to buy somebody, it's going to be probably Scamacca or Scamacca. But it's an expensive deal to make. So maybe we should wait until the summer to decide what to do with this guy. And we have Kulusevski, even though he has been inconsistent today. We have Morata, we have Cristiano, we have Dybala coming back from injury soon. So yeah, Morata, did I say that? Yeah. So we have enough guys, but Kulusevski, Dybala are very similar players. Cristiano is Cristiano. There's nobody like Cristiano at the team, and Morata is Morata. There's also only one Morata type. Dagraka was an interesting one, but a small cameo of 5 minutes doesn't give me much. So a type of player that I would have liked is the type of player that Mandzukic is, both on and off the pitch. Tall, bullying of position, in the box. Dzeko would have been interesting, but expensive. So unfortunately, we just don't have the money. That's just about it. That's what I'm gonna say, and we say this every stream. We just don't have the money, unfortunately. So let's wait and see what happens during the summer and how far we go into the Champions League. If we go all the way, cross my fingers. If we go all the way to the final, there will be a lot of money coming our way. Not as much as we would have hoped if in the standings, in the stands there were fans. Much more money coming in that way. But still, prize money is always a pleasure to collect. So if we go past Porto, we'll see. First thing, of course, Porto, and then we'll see what happens. But yeah, interesting talking point there, El Mehdi. I like it. Merda, Roma, Napoli, Merda, Porto next to every 2 days, say Gotnaldo. Yes, and don't forget the small matter of Sampdoria. We have a crazy February, it says Mark. Yes, we had also crazy January, soon coming to an end. And basically, guys, let's face it. If we are looking just past the fact that we lost against Merda, which pisses me off still, January month for Juve has been, well, okay, I guess successful. Only one loss, if I'm not mistaken. And of course, we have a small matter, as I said, against Sampdoria, still January, technically. So we'll see. We'll see. But I feel good about our prospects. But are we just too late to get our form into shape for the Scudetto? I don't know. Frabotta has ambition. And I think he will improve his game as time goes by, says Thailand. This is why I like him. Yeah, good shout. Yeah. Azijon, always a pleasure. I love you, Azijon. I love you. Thank you for your donation. Chiesa as a left midfielder is a bad decision. I agree. Don't buy striker. Use Kulu as a striker. Save that money for the summer. Sell Bernardeschi. Yeah, who would want that guy? Pernau, Rugani, same answer. Who would want Rugani? Costa, who would want that guy? Make space in the team with some money. Yes. I mean, I totally agree with your comment, Azijon. The thing is, though, who would want Rugani? If there are teams out there who would want Rugani, please call me. Day and night, call me. Day and night. Please. Because I want to know who would want Rugani. Same thing goes for Douglas Costa. Day and night. Call me. Call me. I want to know if you want Douglas Costa, please. Day and night. Just call me. And I will forward your request, of course, to Agnelli himself. Yeah, but that's the problem, Azijon. That's the problem. We just are struggling to offload players. Maybe this will be the last season for Aaron Ramsey. I don't know. If that's the case, again, please come with the offers. I'd like to know if there are any offers out there, especially during COVID. This is hard. This is difficult. And player swaps will be the most reasonable thing to do. Of course, loan obligation to buy and all that. But yeah, it's complicated. It's very, very complicated. Can I kiss you on the lips? No, you cannot. I will put you in timeout, my friend. I'll give you one more shot to be nice. Sell them to the MLS. Yes. Well, again, who would want the guy? An MLS. Call me day and night, I say. No matter if it's them MLS, if it's India or whoever, Middle East, it doesn't matter. Call me. Parma wanted Rugani. Yes, they wanted. Do they still want him? Wanted. Past tense, my friend Pierre. Past tense. I want present. I want future tense, not present. Chelsea was after Rugani start of last season. We didn't sell at that time. Remember, Arsenal Football Club, the joke of football in England, wanted Rugani for 30 million 4 seasons ago. And we said no for some stupid reason. 30 million for Daniele, girlfriend Rugani. 30 million. And we said no. Grazie, no. Yeah. So this is it. This is where we are at. And instead, we are extending the contract of Sami the Deep Freezer Khedira. Yeah, this is our problem. This is our problem. We just all over the place when it comes to players on the out. That's like paying $800 for a Kit Kat. Yeah, well, they wanted the guy, so Parma wanted him this transfer window, but he wanted to say France. Yes, Pierre, I saw that. Yes, that's true. That is very true. Yeah, idiot. Want to stay in France. Why? Yeah. Anyway, guys, we're approaching 30 minutes of live already. Smash a like on this video if you haven't already. Subscribe as well. You all know the drill. We are going to the player ratings. And we start with Gianluigi Buffon, 42, soon 43 years young, which is crazy. Wore our away kit. This one, which I love, looked like, I don't know, when you go out for a stroll and you suddenly decide, you know what, I'm gonna go to store and buy myself a chocolate bar or some soda or something, and then you go to the store, you buy a chocolate and soda, and then you go for another walk down to the lake, you pop that soda, you pop that chocolate, and you're sitting and enjoying yourself. And when you're done doing that and you're on the way home, you're filled up with sugar, you're filled up with energy, you're filled up with happiness. This is what Gigi Buffon looked like. The guy was a grandpa playing football, shouting out instructions, being in his element, enjoyed himself, and basically making dives when he didn't need to. They couldn't even shoot on target, and when they shot off target, he even dived when the ball bounced off the commercial signs, which was hilarious. So yeah, Buffon, I mean, guys, today he was more of a daddy or granddaddy rather than a goalkeeper, which was interesting, and it was quite comfortable on the ball, by the way, which was also interesting. So yes, what do we give to Gigi Buffon? I mean, didn't do much, did he? But he kept a clean sheet. So 7 for me. That's yeah. And Alberto going with a P. P is 314 something, but 6.2557. Yeah, I'll round it up to 7 then. And then we have let's go to Khal Drogo. Yeah. I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure what I'm gonna give. A bit shaky against this Sek dude, tall guy for SPAL. Didn't do much to us, but bullied Khal Drogo just a little bit. For me, it was not the greatest performance from him, not the best one, so just a 6.5. 6.5 from Mohitan, 6.5, 6 from Mohitan, 6.5 from Kenneth. I agree. 6 for Dragozin from Ayush. 6.5 from Teja. Yeah, we are all over there. Yeah, from Rado Dragozin, we go to MATTHIJS de Ligt. He got a 7.5 from me last time. To be quite honest, guys, I don't even remember when that was. Because he has been out with COVID. So he will not get a 7.5 from me because I didn't think he was that good today, but he will get a 7. Yeah, it just, when you face those minor teams, with all due respect, it always comes to the focus and the mentality. You need to be focused and don't switch off, because you will be attacking and you will be controlling the game and you will be probably scoring goals. So our defense, the only thing they need to do is just to be aware of the eventual threat that may come our way. And MATTHIJS de Ligt was one of those guys who was aware of potential threats. So he was a bit unnecessary with the fouls, a bit tough perhaps, but it's still good to see MATTHIJS play the full 90 and be back in action. So 7 for me. It is what it is. Massimiliano Allegri is in the chat. Stop what you're doing. Max Allegri is in the chat and donating money. Thank you so much. Please, Max, call Costa, Berna, and Rugani to play for Naples. But by the way, Max, are you joining Naples? Crapoli? Will you coach Crapoli? Please, don't say me you're going to coach Crapoli. Please, my friend. Please. I loved you. I loved you at Juve. So please, why, Max? Why are you going to Crapoli if it is true? No. I hate you to do that. Why would you associate you with filth? Why? Don't associate yourself with the filth. Please. Have some respect. Your suits will not have any good. Your suit will get some stains. You'll be walking around in mud. You need to put some proper shoes. You need to put some Crocs instead of shoes. The proper suit. I don't know what's it called in English. The proper shoes. When you go out there on the Diego Armando Maradona Stadium, which now it's called, the stadium is outdated for you, Max. Please, be reasonable. Don't do that. Yes, Terjai. Yes, Terjai. Adam is great. Adam is great. If Buffon stays for another year, it will only make me happy, says Pirlo. Yeah, because you my boy, Gigi. You my boy. Me and Gigi. We are there. Translation of whatever Pirlo said today. That's basically it. Fagioli is a very interesting player who has been training with us for some time. Says Pirlo, he can play as a regista. He used to be a trequartista, but he's inclined to build the game. Says Pirlo. Again, thanks to Adam Juve 1897 for that comment. Yeah, let's see what happens in the future. Let's see what happens in the future with this guy. I have to pay my mortgage. Well, my friend, Max, didn't we pay you enough? Didn't we pay you enough already? Huh? And by the way, why didn't you take the Chelsea job? Apparently, they didn't even want you. Man, you haven't studied English. Inglese. Max, please don't go to Naples. Please. Don't associate yourself with filth and Aurelio De Laurentiis. Please. You know how it's going to end. You know he will bully you. You don't want that. Never mind. Moving on. From MATTHIJS de Ligt to MERIH DEMIRAL. What do we do with that? What do we do with that? I mean, I asked him pre-match, on my pre-match build-up, live session on this very channel. I told to MERIH, please, show me something. Showcase your skills. Please, show me that you deserve to start on a consistent basis for Juve. I didn't think he did. Okay. With his usual, shielding of the ball, trying to shield the opposition striker off the ball. This is usual thing that Demiral does. But lost ball at one crucial moment. Luckily for us, they didn't score. It's just, I don't know. It's okay, I guess, but not enough. Not enough for me. So 6.5 from me to MERIH DEMIRAL, in my opinion. You'll be smelling the bad breath, or De Laurentiis says Goatnaldo. Yes, Max. Just listen to Goatnaldo and myself, please. It's dangerous to work with Russians in Chelsea. Well, it's dangerous to talk to Russian and not do as they say. Please. Maxim Allegri, please, do as I say. Do not join Napoli. I call Napoli Crapoli, and there is a good reason for Crapoli. Maxim, please listen to me. Poor Dickman didn't score, says Goatnaldo. Yeah, 6.5 for MERIH DEMIRAL from me. Can't understand why the Ligt wasn't in central. Yeah, I can understand why the Ligt wasn't in the central CB and Demiral was instead. Doesn't play to either strength as much. Yeah, I agree, Suspected Crab. Yeah, it was interesting. It was interesting, and this is the same fact I was talking about during the Bologna game. Why did Danilo play on the left and Bonucci on the right and Chiellini in the center of the defense? It seemed weird. Yeah. Moving on to, so we had, let's go to Frabotta. So he got a 5 from me last time. I don't remember which game that was. It doesn't really matter because he would not get a 5 from me today. So let's just take that away straight away and replace it with, well, we got to call it like it is, don't we? We put him a 7. He scored, contributed going forward, looked comfortable going forward, but had some issues defensively. When he is going forward, of course, you need to kind of cover up for him, just the same thing as we talked about many times on the right flank. But with Frabotta on the left, it's just, he was too offensive in my opinion sometimes. And when they counterattacked us, Frabotta was nowhere to be seen at some points during the game. But 7 scored, so 1 automatic upgrade from 6. So 6.75. There we go. 6 plus 1 for the goal. Yes, Terja, exactly my point. Aouar was close to Juve last summer. In this, I was contacts have been reestablished to try to bring him to Juve in the summer, according to Di Marzio, again, thanks to Adam Juve. 1897. To be quite honest, as much as I've heard, Aouar has been playing crap this season. So Locatelli probably could be a better choice. And also remember, we have Rovella coming in. So we need to be careful with the money we spend. We need to spend wisely from whoever that may be. I'm very happy. I've been looking for a goal for a while, and finally I got it, says Frabotta. Again, Adam Juve. Yeah, well done. What can I say? Grande. Okay, and on the other side, we have the most... Federico Bernardeschi. I gave him 4.5 last time, and that was against Bologna, was it? I think it was against Bologna, actually. Well, that was harsh. Well, maybe it was. Maybe it was deserved. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to give him 4.5, but I'm going to give him a 6, just for the sake of it. Played on the right. A left footer on the right rarely works. We know this. You know this. I know this. My mama knows this. My nonna knows this. Everybody knows this, but they know, listen. Why use a Chiesa on the left? Why use Bernardeschi on the right? It no work. I don't know how to say this anymore. It just doesn't work. And today it was never an answer anyway. Always cutting inside, and when he gets the ball, he stops, and then there are already 2 players on him. The ball must go quick, and it doesn't when he's on the ball, unfortunately. I get the fact that he plays now, played 2 games in a row, and starts even, but I just don't see improvement, So that's what I'm saying. I think it was the game before Bologna's game when he played. That was a good game from Federico Bernardeschi, and people thought, well, here we go. Now he's improving. But then we're back to square one. And this is what I've been saying for months and seasons now. He is a one game a year. This one he's good. And then you can just forget. You can just you can unpack Bernardeschi for 1 game. This is like a joker you can use in case of emergency. You know that he's only good for 1 game. So you unpack him, you play him in that game, and just pack him back and put him on the same freezer where Sami Khedira is at right now. This is where he belongs, because he's just not good enough, not consistent enough. And we've been trying to nurture him. We've been trying to work him. We tried him on the left. We tried him on the right today. We tried him behind the strikers. It just doesn't work. I don't see anything that shows me that he is Juve quality, basically. I'm sorry. And we need to get rid of him after this season, in my opinion. I just don't see him being improving and him taking up space for somebody else improving, like, for example, Locatelli. Just an example. Or Rovella, or Fagioli, for that matter. Bernardeschi needs to play consistent at a club where he doesn't feel pressure, doesn't feel that need to perform every single day. So Bologna, I mean, it could go back to Fiorentina for that matter. I don't care. Bologna, Fiorentina, Genoa, Atalanta, no, maybe not Atalanta. I mean, those kind of teams, with all due respect, those teams, Parma, be perfect for him. Just play your game, enjoy yourself. You will play consistently. And that's it. That's what he needs, and that's what he should do. Just realize, I know he wants to work hard and prove himself at Juve, but when it's just not good enough, it's not good enough. Look yourself at the mirror. Clock is ticking. You're not getting any younger. You need to play consistently in order for you to be happy with whatever you're doing. How can you be happy with dropping a disaster class after disaster class for a huge club? It's rather you play, well, adequate, good for Fiorentina, Parma, Bologna, whatever. So yeah, as much as I mean, there was talent there. Juve are destroying it, and It's his own fault, basically. He's not been consistent enough to deserve that start. So, yeah, ciao. Maybe not this January, but for sure after this season. 6 from me. Bernardeschi, can you be the Juve version of Lucas Vazquez? Yeah. I thought we could sell him. Now he's injured. Yeah, he's injured again. Yeah, there we go. We will play with Melda 4 times this season. Yes, Dejan. Yes, we will. Yeah. Bernardeschi is always at the edge of the final third, and when he gets the ball, he makes a shitty back pass instead of bursting forward on the wing. He's a one-trick pony, Tejai, unfortunately. His left foot is killing him. He needs to be flexible. Yeah. Bernardeschi isn't cut out for playing for top clubs. Yes, I agree. Suspect the crap. So yeah, 6 from me. Nothing more to say. And there we go. Let's do my man Adrien Rabiot. So last time he played, he got a 4. And again, I don't remember which game that was, but he will not get a 4 from me today. I will double that because he was good today. 8. 8 for Adrien Rabiot, in my opinion. Very, very good. Very rock solid in the middle of the park. Controlled everything between the lines. Created actually something going forward as well. Created the penalty for us. Well, towards the end of the game, he got more and more sloppy. The concentration levels dropped naturally. But up until last 10-15 minutes, I barely saw a mistake from Rabiot, which was not exactly something sensational. He did not make something great. He wasn't Cristiano. He wasn't prime Dybala. He wasn't prime Pirlo, Iniesta, whatever. He was Rabiot. He was himself. He distributed the ball. He ran. He controlled the ball. He was physical. He was good. And this is what I like about this Rabiot. I like the one we saw today. The inconsistent Rabiot is the problem, though, because we never know what's going to happen with Rabiot next game. And the fact that as we have pretty good understanding that Bentancur, Arthur, and McKennie are our first choice midfield, creates a little bit of complication, a little bit of challenge, competition even for Rabiot, which is good. And then also you have to make a call for Aaron Ramsey, which we will come back to just in a little bit, and what to do with him. But other than Rabiot today, 8, my friends. 8. Rabiot 7.57, but I think he's bad defensively, says Terjai. Yeah, he's looked good today because it was Spal, but it's still 7 for today. We need to bring Rovella back, says Mark. Start Fagioli and sign Zaniolo, so a third midfielder. The 3 Nicolos. Yeah, there we go. His score could double again next week. 16 of 10. Yeah, Joshua. By the way, Joshua, are we still on for the overhead kick for Bonucci this weekend? Man, still on for me. Let's go to our boy Nicolo Fagioli. Of course, no rating from before. Another derby of Italy. We'll prepare for it. We're happy because our target is also the Coppa Italia, so we'll be ready, says Pirlo. Yeah, for sure it is. For sure it is. We are Juve. We need to win everything. But do we have to win everything? Because if we are gonna go gun for all competitions, it's always hard to win everything. So something gotta give. Might as well be Coppa. But yeah, we'll see. Nicolo Fagioli, 8 from Gotnaldo, 7.5 from Suspected Crab, 5. 7.5. See what you did there. 7.5 from Mark, 7 from Vishwa. Yeah, you are positive, guys. I gotta say, you are positive. I don't know. I'm just a bit flat on this one. I'm a bit on the fence. You know, I see promise. He had a good game today. I see promise. I see talent. I see improvement. I see great future for him. And I saw what he did. I saw how he created for us. I saw his distribution. It was good. But also I saw the faults and I saw the mistakes that he made, which were sometimes crucial. for us. Could have been crucial. You know, it was SPAL at the end of the day, but when you make mistakes against SPAL and they don't score, but it is still SPAL. So we can say that, it doesn't matter, we made a mistake against SPAL because it's SPAL. But then you made a mistake against SPAL. You shouldn't. So, you know, it's kind of counterproductive, is all they say. So for me, it's just a 7. I would like to give him a 7.5, but not yet. Not yet. 7.25, you know, if we're gonna go all the way that way. But just a 7 for me, but a good 7. Yeah. First game for Juve, for crying out loud. For debut, Coppa Italia, Gigi on the pitch, Morata in there, you know, Ligt next to you. I mean, yeah, it's huge for him. So well done, Nicolo, and expect more from him. Expect to see more of him in the future for sure. Not so sure if it'll be for you, but we'll see. 7.5 looks promising. He might good use a yes. 7 French lawnmower was good against Paul, says Ati. Fagioli's work rate was really good. His passing was good. Suspected crab. Coppa Italia's knockout tournament, so there is a good chance to win, even if we are inconsistent, says Rohit. Yeah, but then again, it's Italy. They can decide to give a non-existent penalty, non-existent free kick to Merda, and they're through. Yeah. Yes, I agree with Ati on that one. Great for a debut, but we need to relax. One average game don't make you feel the next big thing. I agree with that to some point, but I also see promise. So yeah. Nicolo Fagioli, 7. Aaron Ramsey, let's find his ass. There we go. Aaron Ramsey. He received a 5 from me last time. I'm almost inclined to do that as well today, but he will get a yeah, 6.5. This is where I land with Aaron Ramsey. Why? Because in the first half, it was very, very poor. I barely saw him connect with anybody. Just not included in the game at all. It looks like he was out of shape almost. It was like a preseason game for him, which is strange because then again, we go back to that inconsistency, you know. And it seems to be the case with a lot of players. Inconsistently. You play good game last time, and then you play crap the next game. But we also can see why there is inconsistency with Aaron Ramsey, because he played well, and then suddenly he got dropped to the bench 2 games in a row, and then he starts again. So the mojo is gone, and then he needs to rediscover that mojo by playing again 2-3 games. So by dropping him, you basically destroy his form, and then he needs to restart that. Maybe that's because of injuries. Maybe we need better solutions. And let's be faced, as I said this, it's McKennie, Arthur, and Bentancur going forward right now. So Aaron Ramsey will not get the chance to be consistent, to be good, because this midfield at this very moment is better. Again, with Aaron Ramsey, this would be a good choice for him to go to a club which is slightly lower expectations, where he can play consistently, and where he can where the club can allow him to have a bad performance but still play the next game. So where does Ramsey need to go to do just that? I don't know. Probably not in Serie A. Probably he will go back to the Premier League after this season, or maybe he will stay. I don't know. But if he goes to Premier League, I hope he goes to a club where there is less expectations for a trophy, for a silver medal, or whatever. Just play football and just enjoy yourself. That's it. And play consistently without being asked to perform well on a consistent basis. So that's me. So today 6.5, and yeah, we'll see what happens against Sampdoria if he starts. 5.5 for Mark. Harsh. Ramsey 6 didn't really do much. It wasn't that bad either, says Suspected Crab. Yeah. We expect so much from Ramsey, but it's not working, says Rohit. If Pogba and Locatelli come to Juve, who must leave from CM, says ADRIEN. Pogba? No, please, no. Nah, I don't want Pogba. It's too expensive and too unnecessary, in my opinion. But if he comes if Locatelli and Pogba comes, it's gotta be Ramsey will be leaving, and it's gotta be well, I hate to say it, but maybe Rabiot or Bentancur, one of those two. Yeah, I'd hate to say it's going to be Rabiot probably, but I don't think Pogba will be coming. So relax, that's fine. It's okay. He will not be coming. Real Madrid will be coming next for him. I'm sure of it, unless he will not re-sign a new contract with Manchester United. Ramsey. Okay, so we got yes. Then we go to Kulusevski. He got 6.5 from me last time. It was against Bologna, if I'm not mistaken. Not today, because he scored. Well, basically a tap in, more or less, but still scored and had 1 assist. But apart from those 2 moments, I didn't see much from Kulusevski, to be honest. Very, very inconsistent and very anonymous, so to speak. We see he has skill. We see that he has potential, but he needs to learn to play with his teammates. He needs to play ball faster. He needs to connect. And I lack personality. You know, I lack personality. I lack the drive, and I lack some, you know, I like something X factor, like, you know, with Kulusevski. We've seen flashes of it, but it's just not enough. Not today, at least. But scored, tap in, more or less, and yeah, and an assist, which he created himself, by the way. But I think, and if I'm not mistaken, I think that pass from Kulusevski to Frabotta was actually meant to Fagioli, which means it was a bad pass to Fagioli, and it went to Frabotta instead, who belted in for 2-0, I think. Yeah. So I don't know, but again, assist and the goal, it's gotta be. I mean, it's gotta be 7.5, no? 7 because as a +1, 6 is a default, right? And then you have +1 for the goal and plus 0.5 for the assist. So 7.5, but just because he scored and assisted. But apart from that, I fail to see anything. I fail to see anything special from Kulusevski today. 7.5, he's much better in this position, but his first touches must be better, says Thailand. Yeah, not seeing the pace. Maybe your TV looks better. Yeah. Oh, you're talking between yourselves. Oh, sorry. Okay, yeah. Kenneth, yeah, there we go. Kenneth explained this perfectly. Let me just highlight that one. Yeah, so 6 + 1 + 0.5. If you need a calculator, I can provide that. Assist from Chiesa and goal from Kulu. Our youngsters. Yes, John. Yes. There we go. All right, moving on. Dejan Kulusevski, 7.5, just because of the goal and the assist. Alvaro Morata got 3.5 from me last time. Relax, this will not be the case today. 3.5. Must be against Merda, no? Must be against Merda. 3.5. That was bad, Morata. When was this? But he will not get that today. Alvaro Morata scored a PK. Yeah. That's about it. I don't remember anything else. 7, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. I actually, yeah, and I don't remember anything from Morata except from the PK. Yeah, interesting. Morata 7.5, 6.5, 7.7. Kulu is quick, yes. Kulu best rapper, yes, indeed. Yo. What's wrong with me? Kulu best rapper, the Juve gets an 8. Yeah, very much a head down type of player, just like myself, Ati. Yeah, I'm also at fault there, by the way. I need to look up and play better. Yes, my fault as well. That's why I, you know what, never became a great professional football player. I just don't have the confidence to look up and look for the players. But then when I got a bit older, then I kind of changed my game a little bit, and yeah, it worked a little bit better. But Yeah, that's how it went. And play better with those around him, but I see promise. Yes, I agree. 7-7-7-7. Think Morata was great at keeping the ball and scored a good penalty. Yep. 7. Yeah. And a ripped sock. Yes. Colin Spector. Love the name, Mr. Colin Spector. I love that name. Nice to see you. Smash a like and subscribe, Colin. Higuain was better. Yeah. Higuain, that's another history. It's another man for the history books. Yes. All right, and then we subbed off a bunch of kids, including Weston McKennie. Played like last 5 minutes or so. We win 4-0, my friends. We're going to the semi-final to face Merda yet again. We're going to fight with Lukaku. He's going to probably eat Bonucci for breakfast. But we have Matthijs de Ligt back in the team after the COVID, so he will be available most likely against those, against Merda twice. So we'll see. See what happens. Game on, I say. Game on, Antonio Conte. Bring your wig. Bring your wig and we will face each other. You have 2 questions for me. Go ahead. Just you and me, boy, and a bunch of other guys. But go on. Conte, Juventus are still absolute favorites for the Scudetto. Yeah, he always says that. He always says that when he wins. You know, just to bounce off the pressure of him, because he hates the pressure. He hates that Inter are now Merda are good. So Lukaku and Hakimi won't be there in the semi. Well, for the first game, but there is a second leg. Conte will eat Pirlo again. Pirlo using tactics of Conte, but no experience. Well, he got some now, Elon. So we'll see. Andrea Pirlo has showed to us that he can improve and change it up and learn on the job, which, to be quite honest, Conte cannot do, because it's still a 3-5-2 system. It's still with the same BS football that he produces. He's a motivator, a great motivator, but I think Pirlo, we will see a different Juve against Merda next time we face to the one we saw in January, which I will not speak of and more ever. This time De Ligt will eat Lukaku. Yeah. Yes. It took Dybala a month to get into good form. Well, I haven't seen Dybala in good form this season, to be quite honest. And he's going to return at a time when you are playing tough games every game. Will he be tough games every game? Will he be even sufficient, or do you think Ronaldo can play all 5 games? I think Ronaldo can play all 5 games. Question is, will he? It doesn't matter, Dybala or Cristiano. Cristiano will still play wherever Dybala plays or not. It's more of a question of Dybala being fit, which is the time for it this season. Because I'm sick of his injuries. I'm sick of his out of form issues. I need to see the real Dybala this season. It's already January. It's already February on Monday. So it's time. It's time. Chiesa 8, says Ati. Well, he barely played today, but played 20 minutes or something. Yeah. Starting really to love him. Yes, he has a US, but he is offensive. He's direct, as I've been saying for quite some time, Ati. He's no nonsense guy. He just bombards forward and enjoys himself, which is very, very, very unlike any Italian we've had in a while. Very direct player, which I love. Do you think Pirlo has different tactics from Conte and Allegri? Yes, for sure. Yes, for sure. He has not as structural as Allegri, but there's a combination of both Allegri and Conte in Pirlo, and we can see that. And he improves on the job, which is risky for Juve, because Juve want to win every day. But we'll see. We'll see what happens in the future if he improves, and of course what's going to happen after this summer transfer window. The questions must be answered in terms of, Dybala, Cristiano, midfield, the wing backs. We have a lot to work on. So, the players who come in and the players who will provide the quality to Pirlo to work with. Yeah. Yeah, Azejon is my man, Mark. Azejon is my man. It's yeah, Azejon is a great guy. A great guy. Thank you guys for your donations, by the way. I really appreciate it. It's growing, it's growing, it's growing. This channel is growing. Can we make it to 1,300 subscribers today? I would really appreciate it. Let's see how many I got so far. Don't care, by the way, but it's just fun to see. 1294. Come on, guys. 6 more. Please. Anyway, Chiesa is looking to be the future of Juve. Very happy with his performances. Yes. We talked about this, Joshua, many times. We discussed whether Cuadrado or Chiesa should start. Yeah. Chiesa for us, yes. I think Chiesa has a future. For Juve, Cuadrado can be the sub. That's basically it. I would rest Cristiano against Sampdoria, says Gotnaldo. Yeah. Why not? Yeah. Conte cannot win something. He always says that a position is stronger so that no one can criticize him. Yeah, there we go. Good point, Thailand. Yeah. Harman win for going for us, the guys. Sampdoria, the game is very important for us to win. Don't forget Sampdoria beat Merda. Yes, Wahid. We do not underestimate. We do not underestimate Sampdoria because we are our own worst enemy. If we wake up and if we do not show up, I mean, it's gonna be Viola game all over. It's gonna be Viola. It's gonna be well, Merda game all over. I mean, Benevento, Crotone, Verona games. Sick of it. Enough is enough. Boom, boom, boom. We need to win. That's it. Watch out for the Porto game. They have an easy schedule, while Juve will suffer 4 games and then play Porto away. To be honest, it doesn't matter. I think they will. History shows that Juve excels while playing the great teams, and on consistent basis, they will get used to playing with the focus and with the awareness of danger that will come with a great team. Well, the Merda game being the exception because that was just basically a meltdown and the guys didn't show up. So that surprised me. But against Barca, to be honest, I wasn't that surprised that we did a good game against Barca because we always tend to show up against big sides. Whether we are good enough to beat them is another issue. But I always feel like Juve show up to those big games. And, well, with the quality we have, if the quality isn't good enough, that's fine. I'm the first one to admit we were not good enough. But as long as we show up and show respect to the position, but also urgency and determination and the will to fight, grinta, we can win against anybody. Can someone please explain me why we're unsigning Brian Reynolds? Explanation, Ati. Money. And also the fact that we did not have the spot, the non-EU spot for him at our club. And he will be joining Roma most likely. Yeah, he'll probably get more playing time playing at Roma then. And Roma are in shambles anyway. They can't even decide. They don't even know whether it's 5 substitutions or 6 substitutions during a game these days. So, yeah. Yes. All right, guys. I think Bonucci is saving his bicycle kick for the winning goal for the UEFA Champions League final, Joshua. By the way, guys, if you don't know what we're talking about, Joshua and me, we have like a thing right now. We did it last before the Bologna game. If Bonucci scores an overhead kick goal, I will send a giveaway to him, some Juve stuff. I don't know. I'll find something. But yeah, Joshua, it's on. It's on. I would love to have you on the live sometime on one of Juve therapy sessions. We're going to discuss this a bit further. Yeah, it's funny. It's funny. We get to know each other during this COVID pandemic, guys. And during this lives, since I started for a year now, I got to know so many good guys. Mark, you're one of the good guys. Gotnaldo, Joshua, Ati, Rohit, Aziz-John, of course. I mean, this is wonderful. Just talking and enjoying ourselves without discussing crap. You know, we basically agree on most things. We can disagree. But still respect each other. while disagreeing. And this is what we love. This is what we do. We are Juventini. We unite, we connect, and we exchange experiences. How we read the game, how we prepare for next game, because there's also different approaches to that, right? So Alberto as well. Yes, I mean, guys, welcome to Juve Therapy, and this is why this is a therapy session for us. We sit there on our asses and enjoying these streams because we love to connect with each other, and sometimes this is what is gonna help one of us, two of us, to come out of the depression, whatever it is you're feeling at home, some mental stress. You don't like sitting at home during the lockdown. Well, welcome. It's you're more than welcome here. And maybe this would be maybe sometimes this is the only social gathering you have during the day. More than welcome. And I don't care if you are a Cristiano fanboy or Dybala fanboy or just a Juventino or just a fan of some other random club. If you feel lonely, you are welcome here. But don't bash Juventus and don't be a Cristiano fanboy. It's tiresome. But yeah, anyways, welcome to Juve Therapy. I think resting Ronaldo is good, says Elon. Maybe get him out of form, which sometimes happens this season. Pirlo knows better. Yes. I'll tell you the future, Roman. Yes, please do. It will be 5-5 in aggregate for Juve against Merida in the cup. Oof. I'm already feeling the stress. And Chiesa whips across on for Ronaldo, and Ronaldo all of a sudden gets shoved in and Dickman scores the winner. And then on that bombshell, it's time to end this session. We're now apparently starting to set up meetings with OR again. Yes, I saw that, Ati. We'll see what happens. I don't know. We'll see. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining. Midnight coming up, at least here in Norwega, and -5, I believe, outside, and snowing. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to waking up tomorrow to this freaking the fact that I need to drive in snow, and I have not very good tires on my car. So yeah, but as long as it's not snowing meters, I'm fine, and it's not gonna do that here on the West Coast. So good. Yes. Fino alla fine. Forza Juve. We are through to the next round of the Coppa Italia, not the Champions League, not yet anyway. Merida next. But of course, first off, Juve Therapy session on Friday night and Sampdoria on Saturday night. Pre-match live, of course. Post-match live, of course. If you want me to do a watch-along, please let me know in the comment section on this very video, because I'm going to be closing down the chat very soon. But please, if you want me to do a watch-along with you guys, join up and we'll do a watch-along probably on Saturday. We'll see. Thank you, Seymour. I really appreciate it. Alberto, Mark, Gotnaldo, Joshua. Have a good one, everybody. Have a good night. Sleep well, sleep tight. Take care of yourselves and each other. And we will see you next time. Fino alla fine. Forza Juve. Like, subscribe, and yeah, whatever you like. And don't drink vodka, please.